I have something very interesting to share with you on automatic transmission cars. 2 years ago, a client from Europe shared with us that they were buying a high-end car, and the day they were taking possession of the car, they were at the dealer's place, and our client sat on the driver's seat, pressed the ignition, and put the car on drive. When they released the leg from the brake, before they could place it on the accelerator, the car just leapt like a leopard and almost had a collision with another car coming from the opposite side. Something was wrong with the car. Something was wrong. Why at all was it taking off at such a high speed? Now, it didn't really make sense to us at that moment. On the 11th of January this year, my partner and I, we decided to buy a mini sports utility vehicle, and we were taking delivery of the car on the 11th of January, and we had a meal at a restaurant, and we were all excited, and we were at the dealer's place, and we got into the car with the paperwork all done, and I said, come on, you drive. And then my partner sat down at the driving seat, pressed the ignition, and then put the car on drive and released the leg from the brake. And you wouldn't believe it, the car just sprang like a rabbit out of its hole. It must have gone at the blink of an eye about 20 feet, smashed into the iron gates and plunged into the traffic and went and collided against the sides of a passing car. We had minor injuries. The frontage of the car was a wreck. This got us to really think. We began to connect this with the matter that our client from Europe had told us. Yes, then rang a bell. We knew that something was wrong. Dealers aren't paying attention to what speed a new car would take off at the first instance. Now, very recently, a colleague was buying another good high-end car and faced a similar situation. While we were at the dealers giving this car for having it redone, one of the representatives told us that you're not the first. There have been 2 other cases. So then it came to us that with automatic transmission cars, the instances we have seen are 4 entirely different models. They were having the entirely different makes, entirely different brands. They had a common problem. The acceleration, it had a mind of its own, and it just took off and went uncontrollable. So we wanted to inform you that if you're buying a car, or any of your family or friends are buying an automatic transmission car, you must insist with the dealer that they check the speed at which the car moves once the foot is taken off from the brake. Once the car has had its run, it will adjust itself. But the very first time when you take possession of a new car and you drive, that aspect too must be taken care of with all other parameters checked, rechecked. So it is advisable that you ask one of the dealer's representatives to sit first on the car. You sit by their side and see how the car behaves when it started and the foot is taken off from the brake. How does it move? And when you're convinced, when you're assured that it's moving well, it's smooth, it's slow, then please go in for it. I'm sure you will bear this in mind. I'm also sure that you will share this information with your family, with your friends, buying a new automatic transmission car. Be blessed.